Previously on Port Charles.
You make a move, you make a sound. You'll never see Serena again.
Joe's review board got moved up to this morning. Can they do that to him?
Well, I'll find a representation, all right?
Do you think his decision to operate was an emotional one?
Yes, but the lady was his friend, so I can understand why he'd overreact.
It's not like I had a choice.
Unfortunately, you've not only made this confusing, it's now become very, very difficult. We are now going to have to rethink the entire situation.
Monica? Alan? Hello, Dad.
Scotty, hey, this isn't a public hearing.
Father-son lawyers, how quaint.
I'm not here to watch the show. I'm here to get Joe Scanlon to let me represent him because there's going to be a hell of a fee involved when we sue the hospital for millions of dollars.
I'm hungry. Is it almost done?
I'm on my way. No crust, right?
Right, and make it into triangles.
Okay.
You make a move, you make a sound. You'll never see Serena again. You nod your head, you understand. Good.
Okay. Look, I know this is really a stupid time to ask this, but I have to do it. Who are you? What do you want?
I'm the one who's got your back.
My back?
Sure. I scratch yours, you scratch mine, and little girl goes home.
But your ransom note was pretty clear.
Clear to who? The FBI? Oh, I'm sure it sent them running to all those ransom note experts and all that other bureaucratic cop nonsense. They'll never find me. But you did.
That's because you called.
Yes, indeedy, I did. See, you, me, and Baldwin, we all think alike. We understand the stakes. There are different rules for people like us.
I am nothing like you.
Oh, you have had your moments, darling.
So is that it? We know each other, huh?
Nice try. But you are only going to know what I want you to know.
Look, all I need to know is where Serena is and how I can get her back.
In time. See, you are in no position to make demands. I need you to do a few things for me first.
How do I know she's safe? How do I know you haven't done something to her?
From here on out, Miss Lucy, you are going to have to listen very hard. Because all you have is my word. We do have ever so much to discuss, but first, the big picture.
Would that include you behind bars for the rest of your...
Quiet, Miss Lucy. Now, you wouldn't want me to forget anything now, would you? Like where I have Serena?
No. All right.
Good. Now, you know, in a situation like this, the drop is always the problem for a person in my position.
A kidnapper.
Miss Lucy, the drop will be this Friday.
But your note...
You forget about the note, Miss Lucy. Just forget about the note. At the nurses' ball Friday night, you will pay me my money. Is that clear?
The nurses' ball, but everybody will be watching me.
Oh, yes, of course, yes, of course. Every eye in the house will be on beautiful you.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Well, now, how the drop is done will be up to you and Mr. Baldwin.
Us, what are you talking
Well,
about?
I do realize that. That is a little unusual, but it is what I want.
I don't understand how we're supposed to figure it out. How do we get it to you?
Oh, please, 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 don't be so modest. Two very clever people such as yourselves. Machiavellian types used to manipulating people to get whatever it is you want. I'm sure you'll come up with something. And the beauty of it is, for Serena's sake, I do believe you will come up with something very interesting. And no one will know but us.
I haven't done anything like this before.
Well, then here's a clue. You find the best way to drop that money without notifying the authorities, or that girl is mine. If that money is not where you say it's going to be, the girl's mine. And if anyone else finds out about what's going on here, that girl is mine.
What would you do to her?
Well, now, I do believe it's in your best interest to come up with a plan and not worry yourself about that.
Okay. Okay, fine. But I'm gonna need proof. I'm gonna need proof she's okay. Or we have no deal. You'll have to take your chances with the FBI.
My, a threat? All righty. A single concession. You will have proof tomorrow. In the meantime, you just act natural, both of you. Don't tell anyone else, not even that shrink fiance of yours. Oh, I know. Engaged lovebirds. That's a mighty pretty ring he gave you. I have it on good authority that Dr. Collins sold a rather tasteful piece of art to pay for that.
No one knew that we were... No one knew.
I know all about you, Miss Lucy. I watch your every move. I even know what you think. Oh, Mama, it's time for me to go. Don't turn around. And you remember, I don't care what I have to do to that pretty little girl.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My fair lady, take the keys and lock her up, lock her up, lock her up.
Mothers from miles around worried about Zuckerman's swing. They feared some child would fall off, but no child ever did. Children almost always hang on to things tighter than their parents think they will. That's enough for now.
Charlotte's Web's my favorite. He always reads it to me.
Oh. It used to be my favorite, too.
When's my daddy coming?
It won't be long. Do you need anything?
No. I have a lot of coloring to do before Daddy gets here. Do you think he'll like this?
I think he'll like it very much. If you need anything else, just ask. Your daddy will be here real soon.
Promise?
I promise, sweetheart. Do this. Please, Rex, make this be over soon.
Scott, this is an internal affair the General Hospital is very capable of handling.
Yes, in your own kamikaze fashion, no doubt. To the public, most doctors spend too much time in the courtroom and not enough time with their patients, so do yourselves a favor and keep it in the house. Now, I just want a couple of minutes of your time.
Dr. Scanlon, this is unprecedented, but if you agree...
Go right ahead.
Everybody take a seat, please.
Any of you ever been in combat?
The point being?
Point being that most doctors in combat function different than doctors at city hospitals. Anyone that was ever a medic in Vietnam will tell you that. In Nam, doctors have to make decisions based on whatever information is available to them at the time to save lives. What the medical profession learned from that war has changed what goes on in emergency rooms today. The whole process is based on making decisions quick. Now, I have to ask myself, the night in question, what was going on with these people? What was Joe thinking? You got one guy shot dead. You got a psychopath waving a gun at everybody. And he knows at any moment he's going to pull that trigger again.
I think we know the situation, Scott.
How could you know? This is war.
That doesn't excuse...
You're a doctor. You took an oath to save lives before you think about your own. But you're not in a secure hospital. You got bullets flying all over the place there. You know, there's no procedures, there's no structure, there's no insurance. What are you going to do? Forget about Mrs. Hardy? She's laying there bleeding. Just prop her up and hope for the best? Cover yourself? That's not what these guys did. They saved a life from their med school experience and their judgment. Joe didn't know if he was going to live or not. All he wanted to do was save Mrs. Hardy, and he did that. Should you punish him for what any of you would have done under the same circumstances?
Absolutely not. Is anyone interested in what I have to say?
Audrey, are you sure you should be up?
Now, Tony, I know exactly what you're going to say. Believe me, I would much rather be in bed. No, the only reason I'm here is because of Joe Scanlon. I mean that, quite literally.
Look, Audrey, you don't have to.
I do, Joseph. I have to thank you for my life. For my life. Now, my late husband, Steve, prided himself in creating a hospital that would turn out exceptional physicians. So have faith in these interns. They're the best, the brightest. They're chosen by you. Don't judge them now. Give them this year and let them prove themselves.
Audrey, thank you for those words. We're very grateful.
Alan, they're not just words. I have a vested interest in this class of interns. I'd like to sit in on the hearing.
Certainly.
Can we hear from Joe before you lynch him?
Well, Dr. Scanlon, I think it is about time we heard your version of the events and anything else you may have to say in your defense.
I've gone over that night 100 times in my head. And every time I come up with the same thing. I mean, I will live with that night for the rest of my life. I mean, we all will. And if it meant saving Mrs. Hardy's life, I would do exactly what I did all over again.
In all fairness, I think that this hearing deserves the benefit of a quick decision. Right or wrong, that's the way Dr. Scanlon acted that night, and that's what he deserves now.
Code yellow, 612 east.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, that'll certainly do a body good. Wouldn't be bad for baby either. How you doing?
Okay.
Did you see Dr. Newman yet?
Actually, no. Well, there was a foul-up, some kind of mix-up with the scheduling. You know how doctors and their schedules, Doctor, you know that. And I'm going to go see her. I will get in.
Something's bothering you. Why are you trying to hide it from me?
Don't tell anyone else. Not even that shrink fiancé of yours. I watch your every move. I even know what you think.
So are you going to let me into that brain of yours or not?
Three's a crowd.
What?
What?
Would you like me to leave?
Doc, no, it's just, three of us, me and the baby and you. I just thought it would be that, and not this whole problem with Serena. I figured this is supposed to be the happiest time of my life, and in fact, I've never been more scared.
The world just won't stop for you, will it?
Isn't it supposed to? I mean, isn't it supposed to stop for pregnant women?
Well, I think it's a great racket for pregnant women. The world stops for showers, attention, college funds. And of course, the father, future husband, will drop everything so he can go to the OB appointments.
You're gonna go with me?
Of course I am. I realize the strain you've been under. I'm amazed you've held up this long, especially given what you're involved in.
What do you mean I'm involved in?
Helping Scott? Lucy, you said yourself this morning that life won't be back to normal until Serena is safe. Of course, what's normal life for expectant parents? So I want to share the burden.
But you're sharing enough, Doc, and you certainly have plenty on your plate. Have you gone to see your father?
I've been speaking to his doctors, but
I can just go to Dr. Newman's, that little appointment all by myself. I'll be fine.
Lucy, I just
It's
assumed
just a
go.
stupid blood test. Doc, it's just a test. Look, all I really want is for us to be normal. When everything's over, I just want it to be you and me and the baby. Mommy, Daddy, baby, and Grandpapa. Okay, can we just do that? Have that?
Lucy, I love you.
I love you too.
Well, I'll be sure to tell Victor you called him Grandpapa.
You know, all my life I'd always stuck to the rational, the logical side of things, but lately, faith, the unknown, has me completely enchanted. And I know fate could never give me a better partner than you. We can get through anything, Lucy.
We sure can.
Bye.
It is the opinion of this board that given the extreme conditions under which you took action, your internship will not be terminated. Quiet, quiet, please. This is not a cause for celebration. There were no sides in this. There were no winners or losers. We were simply seeking the truth, and the fact is, we're never going to know the whole truth. I must tell you that for me, the most compelling testimony is the fact that we can't possibly imagine what it was like here that night. Doctors have been known to take desperate measures under difficult situations. Audrey, you were lucky. Dr. Scanlon, you were very lucky.
Excuse me, I just want to stress that all interns need to recognize and respect the chain of command here. And if any of you think you're more qualified because of Mrs. Hardy's recovery, then maybe you need to find a new place to practice. Because that night is over, and it's time to move on.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. We are adjourned.
Dr. Wexler, I want you to head over to the ER stat.
I'm on my way.
I can't do this. I can't do it anymore.
Well, slow down. I mean, can't a guy get through the door first?
I'm worried about Serena. I mean, if I could just tell her when she'll see her father.
Hey, she'll see him soon, as long as they do what I tell them.
And what if they don't?
Danielle! Come on, they will. It's me, it's Rex. Hey, you gonna tell me you're losing confidence?
No, I just want it to be over.
It will be.
In fact, I made a friend today who is more than willing to help us get what we want.
What happened?
Okay, look. Let's not talk about it here. Let's go someplace else, okay?
Did you make contact?
Yes, but get this. We have to come up with a plan. Our own plan.
This guy, does he have Serena?
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is he said we would get proof somehow tomorrow.
What does he look like?
I don't know. He held me from behind and he wouldn't let me turn around at all, and I could feel his breath right on my neck.
What about Serena?
This is Charles Gibson.
And Elizabeth Vargas. Tomorrow, come along as GMA's summer road trip continues. Next stop, a Colorado dude ranch.
Plus the director of the new Batman movie, Joel Schumacher, on Good Morning America.